So welcome. This is Creating Great Health by Good Earth Natural Foods. And our mission and our purpose for coming out and educating, it's our passion. We love great health. It's my passion. It's why my boss really wanted me to come out and be able to do this for you. I really love giving the body everything that it needs, just to have all the energy that it needs to be able to have a fabulous day and fabulous, family life and work life. And when your body is working for you and it's working the right way, it really helps you to do that, doesn't it? So creating great health is what we present to you. If you want to be healthy, you have to be what? Healthy on purpose. When you wake up, you can't just wait to see what kind of day you'll have, right? You could sit around and go, am I going to wake up on the right side of the bed, the wrong side of the bed? Am I going to stub my toe? Am I going to fall? Am I going to slip when I get to the shower? There's a lot of things that could happen. Did you know you can actually decide ahead of time what kind of day you're going to have? So what are you going to choose? There's a couple options. There's the positive, right? And then there's the negative. There's good things that can happen to you, and, well, there's other things that we don't want to mention that can happen to you. So don't just sit around and wait to see what kind of day you're having. You decide what kind of day you'll have. Joel Osteen gave us these words. So positive. Is that what you guys would choose, or would you choose something else? Are there days where you're like me and my mom calls it recreating? She says my dad likes to recreate by complaining. Is anybody a recreational complainer? Yeah? Yeah? Is it fun? Okay. So I suppose we can have our fun for a little while, but do you like to stay there? No. Because what are you creating when you're doing that? Negative. It's a negative, right? You're creating a negative. So health actually doesn't even begin with all of the things that Good Earth has in the store. Health begins right here. I'm going to be daring here and see how awake you guys are. If you'll join me, just kind of put your fingers right up here. I want you to be in tune with what's going on inside of your mind right now. Was it hard getting to work today? Was there traffic? Were there people in your way? For me, it's hard to leave my kids. They're so cute, and they're trying to mommy me to death, right? And there's always this and that that's going on. Take all of that and just let it go, the stress. And then put into your mind what's going on right now. Whatever's going on right now and where you are, and as you are focused, we're in the middle of learning how to be healthy. You can choose to be positive or negative about this. You can choose to learn what's here, or you can choose to just let it pass by. And whatever you choose, that's what you choose. That's what you're creating. That's what you'll get out of the moment. And I want you to just be very conscientious of what is going on inside of here. And then you can go ahead and take your hands down. And then I want you to think about your daily ritual in the morning before you got here. And let's repaint it for tomorrow. I challenge each one of you to look in the mirror head on. Look yourself in the eyes, even if it's for 10 seconds, 30 seconds. If you can go all the way up to 2 minutes and just stare yourself in the eyes lovingly, you will start to really fall in love with who's right here. Now, all the guys are cringing at this, right? Why? This is a girly thing. Who would do that, right? Girls are attacked, or women are attacked a lot more with their self-esteem in our society, so perhaps it should be more of a girly thing. But why can't a man just go, check out these muscles? Check out what I got going on right here, right? In the morning, and be really happy for who you are. Now, we have a lot of people who are city workers, and one of the reasons why a lot of the men are really, really strong who work for the city is because their profession, right? I see a lot of our paramedics. I see a lot of our police officers. I see a lot of people who work out on the roads who are just naturally really strong because what are they doing all day? And it's not just the men. There's women out there as well. We're all strong because what we're doing all day. Others of us don't get as much of an option to get out and exercise unless we choose to. And we'll talk a little bit about that. But for this one, I just encourage you to love yourself and to be positive. Who here chooses positive? Awesome. You guys are awake. This is great. We got a great crowd this morning. Okay. So creating vibrant health. Vitality and beauty are gifts of nature for those who live according to its laws. This is the premise for what we'll be talking about today. And who wants to know what kinds of things helps you be healthy? Let's talk about those laws. Let's talk about those things that we can do. So first of all, it's about being balanced. And you'll see up here that we have a picture of what? It's a thermostat. What's it set to? 98.6. What does that signify about the body? It's our temperature. It's like the average temperature of a human being, right? If you're on the low side, it actually is indicative of thyroid issues or that your body's just keeping a different temperature because of how it is. If it's on the high side, what does that indicate? Sometimes it's a fever. It's you're sick. You take your child's temperature, for instance, and you're monitoring. Let's make sure that's under 107 degrees, right? So we're not going to have to cool them down or be in a hospital stay. The temperature is one of the things that needs to be balanced. What are the other things that need to be balanced? Fluids? How did you know that?
I'm awake.
Yes, he is. What else?
Heart rate.
Heart rate. That's right. Blood pressure, is that important?
Yes.
Anybody ever had too high or too low of blood pressure? Yes? Okay. Hormones, anybody had a crazy hormone streak? Does it happen more to us women? Do you guys get this too?
I haven't found that in myself.
You haven't found that yourself. Okay, you are so lucky.
No, she says I'm good. Pretty even keeled.
So I hear men go through it like every 2 months and it's worse. What's that deal about? You guys think that's true? Yeah, we won't go there. Okay, so there's a lot of things that just need to be balanced in the body, right? So let's talk about balance. These are actual blood samples. So when I had a school and I was instructing, I had a doctor on my staff named Dr. Robert Young. These are some blood samples. They're pictures of what he used. So he analyzes blood, and he analyzes the health of it according to what the cells look like. And if you look in the balance section, what does that look like compared to the other ones? What shape? I know, it looks like a chaotic mess where it's unbalanced. And then what does it look like when it's really bad? Like they're all trying to hide from whatever's in the bloodstream, right? They're all trying to bind together and just not even experience what's in their environment. Okay? But what does it look like is around the circles of the healthy cells? It is. It's like a halo. It's like this. So there's this energy. There's this balance. There's this vibrance. There's something real there about having balance in the body. Do you see that? There's scientific evidence right there that balance is going to create a lot of health in you. There's a lot of things that go into that balance. pH is a big one, and we'll be talking about that in a minute. So first of all, we talked about being positive, be hydrated, be charged, alkaline, clean, oxygenated, well-nourished, active, rested, and challenged. That's it. That's all you have to do to be balanced. Did you guys get all that? Was that too much at once? Okay, so we've already covered being positive, right? We're going to go into hydrated next. Oh, here's a little bit more. Apparently positive is more important than I think. So I think, therefore I am. Positive thoughts equal positive what? Okay. I am vibrantly healthy. What are you going to do if you say that to yourself in the mirror every morning? What are you going to be if you say, I am vibrantly healthy?
Vibrantly healthy.
Yes. Do you know what vibrant is? You could just say, I'm really healthy, right? And that would be just as great. You can change that to speak your own language, whatever your favorite. I just love the word vibrant because it just means kind of like that halo around that cell that you were just looking at. It's like a vibrance. It's like energy is there. So negative thoughts, negative equal negative outcomes. What if you were to say to yourself in the mirror, why am I always sick? Do you think you'd start becoming that? Okay, what are you going to say in the morning? Why am I always healthy? This is great. Why am I always good looking? Why am I always strong? You know? There's actually an online picture of this little girl. She's like 4 years old with the most beautiful curly hair I've ever seen. And she's up there. You should just Google it. She's like, I am this. I am strong. I am amazing. I'm going to change the world. She's like flying off like a Supergirl. And she's 4 years old. And these are the declarations or the happy thoughts that her parents teach her to say in the mirror every morning. And she's on fire. I'm like, that girl's going to change the world. She's saying that she is, and I believe her. She is so going to change the world. So you can change the world around you. Water is the next thing. How many of you have some water with you? Awesome. You have it up in your office. Okay. So, because she has water, I'm going to give you a free gift. That is for your water. Anybody else want one of these? Okay. These are called Liquid Light. They are fantastic. What you can do with these is put them in your water, and it will actually, sorry about that, help you hydrate quite a bit better. Want one? Good catch. All right. So you just open these up. There's a lot of products out there. This just happens to be a really good one that I like, that I use personally. And it's from Sun Warrior. It's called Liquid Light. What is Liquid Light? It's just minerals. So you can get it anywhere. Do you guys know where to get minerals to put into your water? There's health food stores. Good Earth Natural Foods is one. There's actually a lot, like Walmart, some other places have it. But what you can do is find some high quality minerals. I know that the ones that we have are pure, and that's important. You don't want to get the wrong kinds. And so when you just shake that up, what it does is it alkalizes your water for you. So if you take a totally pure water, let's say you were to go get a distilled water that you know that there's not any other residues in it. Our lake water has way too much calcium in the wrong form in it, and magnesium in the wrong form in it. And so if you tend to get stones or other things like that, you'll notice that having a pure water first and then adding your own alkaline minerals is probably the best choice for you. It will help you a whole lot more. So those who are having kidney problems, gallstones, things like that, you might look into a pure water with the right kind of minerals. So you can try this one. It's important to drink every hour something because it'll keep you balanced. So water is really, really important. Yes?
So can you just boil your own water first to get all of that out, and then instead of going to the store and like buying pure water or something?
So she asked if you can boil the water first. What that would do is that would kill bacteria for you. But if there's an imbalance of minerals, if there are toxins in it, the only way to get that out is to distill it out. You would have to purify it somehow or put it through a water purifier. In survival times, that's one of the biggest issues. You know, if there's like radiation in the water or there's this or that, the only way that the World Health Organization can help people have pure, clean water when their water is contaminated is to distill it, get all of the toxins out, because actually boiling it will concentrate the toxins and make it even more toxic for you. So it has to be distilled, which means that you're capturing the steam and capturing the pure water, and you're leaving behind all the chemicals and the wrong imbalances of
So you want distilled water.
distilled water, but then it needs to be alkalized, because distilled water, so you can get distilled water anywhere. It's like 99 cents per bottle, and then you have to have the right kind of minerals. Now, there's a lot of good waters out there where you don't have to just get distilled water. If you find a trusted source that you know for sure doesn't have the wrong bad minerals in it for you, the wrong kind of calcifying minerals for you, then trust that source and go with it. But, like for instance, I have a reverse osmosis filter in my home, and that's next to a distillation system. It's really good. But if you really don't have that source, it's really easy to go over and get distilled water and throw a little bit of something like liquid light into there. And we screen everything that comes through Good Earth Natural Foods, and there's wellness consultants there who can help you and educate you, and those services are free. So we are a resource for you to help you find out that. I put that in about a gallon of water, or sometimes a half gallon, whatever I'm drinking in a day. That's how I do it. And so for your bottles, you might put half. You could put the whole thing and then just kind of keep filling it up as you go. It's okay. You could get it all in one dose, and then the rest of the day just have regular. So, any other questions on water? Okay. So your body uses water in all its cells, organs, tissues to help regulate its temperature. How many of you get too hot if you don't have enough to drink? Your temperature just rises. Have any of you had heat stroke or other issues like that while hiking? Heat stroke's a little strong. How about just before that, where you get a little bit on the dehydrated side? So keep your body well hydrated, especially those who are out on the roads working. They need to stay hydrated, and a lot of them don't want to take as many bathroom breaks, so they drink less. But think about what that's doing for your health and plan those things accordingly, and maybe strategically plan when you'll get that water in. And if you don't get it during the day, make sure you get it on your drive home or make it up somehow. But it is best to keep it steady throughout the day. So how much should you drink? A gallon a day, keep you nice, clean, and pure, actually. And you know how soap cleans you on the outside of the body? Water cleans you on the inside of the body, just like soap cleans the outside of your skin. So if you're not getting enough water to get that, you know that feeling when you have soap on your skin and you just don't have enough water to get it off? Like when you're camping? I hate that. And then the water's everything's all crusty on your skin. That's kind of the same thing that happens internally if you don't have enough water. You're just not washing enough of those toxins out. Okay, moving on. Hydration. Sip water every hour. It'll reduce the stress that's on the body. We already talked about alkalizing. It helps with younger skin. Hydration. And if you want another little tip, hydration externally. Stick a humidifier in your room if you want less drying of your skin over the years. I started using a humidifier, and it helps the throat, helps the lungs, helps the skin. Whole body benefits from water, from hydration, all around. Okay, so we just talked about putting some minerals in. Really what that has to do with is electrolytes. Who knows what an electrolyte is?
Like, what, if you don't have enough, I don't know what the word is exactly, but it will help bring it up. It's kind of like throw up a lot of those, they have the electrolytes to put back into them. They're dehydrating them, all this stuff.
Yes. Okay, so I learned the hard way that it doesn't just take water to hydrate you. And the way that I learned it is when my son was sick and he was throwing up. So you were saying that when you throw up too much, when you're sick, or
Yeah, exercise
uh-huh,
a lot.
exercise.
Sweating,
Yes. So when you're exercising, when you're hiking, when the sun's beating down on you, when water is evaporating from you, basically, or when you're sick and you're vomiting or it's washing out the other way, you can become dehydrated not only in water, but first in electrolytes. So let's just look into that a little bit. What are electrolytes? So electrolytes, if they become too low, the body will start holding on to your salt. Salts are one of them, like sodium phosphate, there's a calcium electrolyte, there's a magnesium electrolyte. There's just different minerals that all create the electrolytes. And what they're supposed to do, can you guys see that cool picture of all the electrical, it's almost like little circuits, but they're part of the cells in your body. What's that doing? What does it look like to you? If an electrician looked at that, what would they say that looks like? Something that's complex, okay. How about the little lit up areas? What does that look like?
looks like charges.
Charges, exactly, okay. It's the electrical part of the body. Your body is actually transferring electricity back and forth. And did you know that your whole body will shut down completely, your heart, your brain, your nervous system, your everything, if the electrical system's not working? What happens when you unplug? There's no more power, you're shut down. Exactly. So your body's really smart, and one of the first things it'll do is when you're losing water or when you're losing electrolytes, it'll actually try to balance your electrolytes first. Your body doesn't even care if you have enough water. It will balance the electrolytes, the salts, the minerals first to keep your electrical system going, so it can keep your brain going, so it can keep your heart going. And so it'll hold on to salt, it'll stop detoxing properly, it'll dump water, it'll possibly even dehydrate you to keep you alive first. So your electricity is working first. So when you're out there, and I look at the road crews especially, and I think they need electrolytes, don't they? So when they're out working and they're sweating things out, a lot of the electrolytes go out the skin. How many of you go to the gym and you kind of feel salty when you're sweating? Okay, you got to replace the electrolytes that are sweating out. That'll help keep you balanced, and then your body can hold on to water when the electrolytes are balanced. Does that make sense? Okay, electrolytes balanced, water balanced. Let's see some others. pH balanced. All right, I have some pH tester strips. I left them over here. How many of you have tried to test your pH? Let's see where it is. Do you guys know what this is? You ever tested the pH of like a pool or something like that? Okay, so what you do is just take these and you wet it with your saliva. And then when you get the reading on what it is, it'll tell you how alkaline your tissues are. There you go. So just wet that with your saliva. Yes, both parts. Yes. So there's 2 squares here. You don't want to suck on it too long because the chemicals in here you don't really want in your body. But when you wet that, it's going to take about a minute or so and it'll change it. You can actually monitor your pH and know what your balance is. And if you are on the alkaline side, it means that your body is much healthier. And if you have a lot of acids that are showing up in the tissues, it means you need to cleanse some more or change what you're eating if you want to be alkaline. So what I'm going to do is send this around. These cool pH tester strips you can get in a lot of places. Of course, I got this one from Good Earth. And you can just measure the colors according to where you're at. And it will tell you anywhere from 4.5, which is very acidic, all the way up to 9.0, which is very alkaline, where you are at. And typically, the optimal is 6.75 to 7.25. You don't need to remember all those numbers. Just know that when you wet this and when you compare it, it will actually tell you if you're in the optimal range. So I'm going to pass this around. And if you would look at yours when it's done processing, compare it, and just take a mental note of where you're at, whether you're alkaline or acid. This will be really helpful to you as a tool so that you'll know what you need to do today to help alkalize a little bit more. So I just noticed I'm a little bit more acidic than I want to be. A little bit of water, especially with alkaline minerals, is going to help quite a bit. Okay. So battery acid is a 0, all the way up to a really caustic sort of a soda, which is a 14. Where do you guys think you want to be healthy? Where's our balance that we're talking about? Neutral, okay. And then slightly alkaline, okay? So we need to be, you were talking about distilled water. Distilled water is neutral, it's at about a 7. And that's actually not as alkaline as our blood is. Our blood is at a 7.35 to 7.45. And your body will maintain that 7.35, 7.45 to keep you alive, to keep you balanced. And if your tissues are acidic, which is what you just measured, where your tissues are, then your body will just try to send cravings for you to put more alkaline stuff into your system so that you have more balance, if that makes sense. So there you go. Right down the center, 7, and you want to be somewhere right between the 7 and 8 with your tissues. If you're trying to cleanse, you want to be even more alkaline because you just want to be pulling all the toxins out if you're on the acidic side. So that was maybe more information I need to go into. Let's take a step back, and I want to ask you, where do you need to be balanced with your pH? Do you guys remember?
So if you're acidic, what are you supposed to do?
The water that we just showed is fantastic. That's the first stage. Did you know that actually when you think negatively, you're sending acids into the body? So everything we're talking about today will help to elevate your health, but also your pH. And it'll help cleanse the acids out of tissues. All right, I need to ask. I need some confessions here. How many of you drink soda? That's
Today? Always.
okay.
My body doesn't know what water is.
Do you know where soda is on this? Can you see it? 3. How close is that to battery acid?
Water gives me heartburn. I'm serious.
Then,
So not used to it. If I drink water, I get heartburn.
so probably that's because there's a lot of acids that are waiting. So I actually had somebody who came to me and goes, fruit makes me sick. And I'm like, something healthy makes you sick. Tell me more. I'm very interested. And he goes, yeah, it just washes me out, diarrhea every time. I'm like, Did you know that fruits are actually meant to detox you? And if you have all of these toxins built up in the body after years and years of putting acid foods into the body, yes, the moment that you put something that's healthy into it, it's going to be happy, celebrate, it's going to start dumping the toxins out, it's going to be happy that it can finally detox, and you may have some of those symptoms for a short period of time. So how long did you drink water for when you tried it?
I could drink soda for almost 6 weeks, and I still have heartburn every day.
Okay, water. You were drinking water for 6 weeks and heartburn every day. There are some things that can help you through that process. There's actually Slippery Elm, I wrote a 70-page thesis on it. It's fantastic. If you were to take it with your water, it would absorb the acids and help detox them faster, and it would soothe the digestive system, and that would actually help you through the process, because otherwise I'm guessing you might have to go through about 6 months of detox. How many years have you been drinking soda?
I'm pretty old.
Okay, so a lot of years. You don't have to say how long, that's fine.
Pretty old.
You don't look old, by the way.
Probably since I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay, so do you drink soda every day? Okay. Dr. Christopher, who I studied under when I became a master herbalist, said, however long you've been doing the bad stuff, that's how long it'll take for you to cleanse it out. He was sort of kidding. It actually takes half as much time. But he was trying to extend the patience of his patients by teaching them to be very patient through the detox program. When you start detoxing, yes, you're going to have some symptoms, some signs. You may even get sick, go through flus and weird stuff, because the cold is the cure. The flu is the cure. When you have lots of toxins, you're going to get some help from little, even bacteria you don't want for a while to help cleanse you out. And the best way to do that is to perhaps cleanse the right way. Slippery elm really is one of those things that helps. Marshmallow root, even activated charcoal, you know, the same stuff that's in the middle of Brita filters. It chelates out a lot of acids and a lot of the wrong kind of calciums, things like that. Does that help a little bit? Okay. So that may be what you're experiencing. Sodas and things, did you know you can actually get healthier ones over at Good Earth? I'm sure there's other places, I just don't know about them. But I just tried some soda the other day, and it has no sugar in it, and it doesn't have the artificial sweeteners or anything in it. They also have fruit juice sweetened things. Fantastic stuff. You ought to just come try it and see what you can wean off that's unhealthy and replace it with something that's healthier, right? Every step forward is a step forward. Okay. Clean body. So clean body, exterior. Why is it important to have a clean body? I got silence all of a sudden. Do you guys shower very often? Does it feel better when you shower? Do you think it helps your health when you shower? Okay, I think you pretty much have that one down. But what about the internal organs? What about the bloodstream? What about internal cleansing? Have you guys ever tried a cleanse before? I'm actually on a cleanse right now. And there's a lot more energy and health and vibrance that comes even when you're on a cleanse, after you go through the feelings of being sick for a few days, right? What is it? Why is it when you're cleansing you feel sick? Yeah, I think you are actually on a cleanse when you're drinking water. That's how much your body wants to detox. That even just that water wants to cause the acids to start removing from the body. So as you do that, and as you help it through that process, you can contact me later, by the way, and I'll help you through it and help you have a smooth process. There's so many things you can do to make it more comfortable to get the acids and to cleanse in a nice way. You need to be clean interior and exterior. It all contributes to health. An unclean environment kind of does the opposite. Any questions on cleanliness? Okay. So oxygen. Everybody just stand up for a minute, if you would. I want you to just stand up. You don't have to do all the weird yoga poses like everybody else does. You can just take a big, deep breath. Fill your lungs with that air. Hold it. And slowly release it. Did you know that you're actually alkalizing your blood, bringing lots of energy and oxygen to the brain, and the whole system is all of a sudden healthier when you remember to breathe. How many of you get into fight or flight mode? You can go ahead and sit down. That was a really good breath. Thank you. How many of you get into that fight or flight mode? You're rushing through the door. You're rushing to go do this. You've got something to do, typing out really fast. Do you actually forget to breathe sometimes? Breathe as deep as you can and have times during the day, like on your breaks and other things, where you just stop and breathe. That oxygen will clear your mind, the fog will go away, and every cell of your body needs it to be what? You need oxygen, exactly, to be healthy. Where you don't have oxygen, what is there? If you don't have enough oxygen, it creates fog, toxins, and eventually disease. Diseases are caused by a lack of oxygen on the cell level, even your chronic pain and your suffering. If that's one thing that you do today, my work is done here. Breathe. The other is think positive. The other is be hydrated. So let's get on to excellent food. This is where we come in, and these are my expertise. So a healthy diet, balanced nutrition, supplements, healthier sweets and snacks are available to you. And you can actually have healthier celebration foods. So let's just see what these look like. What are some options for a healthy diet? Go ahead and name them. You can cheat. But carrots. How did you know that? This guy is really smart. He looks at my slides and he gives me my answers. I love it. Okay, what else? Carrots. Okay, we're all going to subsist on carrots. He's said enough, he says. That's what we're going to eat. I'm actually on a carrot juice cleanse. It's really funny that you say that. Okay, so whole foods, are those healthy? Pure foods? Organic foods? Alkaline foods? Do you guys know what alkaline foods are? So it would be of the whole food, pure foods, and organic foods that are on the alkaline side of things. So if, for instance, you're eating a whole plate of food and half of it is salad, that's an alkaline plate, usually, unless everything else on there is really bad for you. Half of that plate being greens, that's one of the options to be alkaline. Disease reversal programs are out there. Most of those are alkalizing. They're alkaline foods. Bodybuilding programs. How many of you like to get pumped up doing proteins or bodybuilding? I used to be a bodybuilder when I was a teenager. Healthy weight loss programs as well. So, all right, so balancing nutrition. Let's figure out how to balance this out. You need some fruits, vegetables. It's good to get a full spectrum of colors. There's actually a whole rainbow of colors in even carrots. Have you ever seen purple carrots before? We have them. We have them in these cute little bags, and there's like white carrots and orange carrots and purple. They're heirloom. Most of the vegetables and things that we have, we forgot the rainbow. We forgot the full amount of nutrition. You ought to come in and check them out. Organic meats, plant proteins, beans, legumes, nuts. Healthy fats. What is a healthy fat? Is fat healthy? It can be. And you said? Some of it. Okay, so which ones are healthy? Avocados. She's good. What else? Fish? Yes. Good job. What else? Olive oil. You guys ever had coconuts? Like all the coconut products? Those are really amazing. There's a lot of what do they call MCTs in them, medium chain triglycerides. And they're looking into how amazing the MCTs are just for your brain, for the functioning of it, and the nourishment of it. Those are awesome. Calcium foods. What are some calcium foods that are healthy? You don't know? Okay. So on our cheat sheet up here, we have organic dairy, non-dairy substitutes. Those are great. Did you know green vegetables, a lot of them, are pretty high in calcium, especially if you're eating a lot of them. Where does the cow get their calcium from?
It's green vegetables.
Yeah, what do they eat in the field? They eat grass. Where else would they get it from? They're eating all the grass, they're eating the greens, but you have to eat a lot of it because it's not concentrated. And so you would be eating a massive amount to get the doses. But greens are very alkalizing. And the other thing is greens don't rob your body of the calcium. So then you're adding and you're not subtracting at the same time. Cultured products. Do you guys know about probiotics? Okay.
And Activia?
Yes, Activia. You know that brand. You know that product. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about some of these. There's some healthier, fun foods that we have. I told Mariana I was going to take some pictures of some things in the store, and these are my sorry excuses for pictures of the store. I'm not a great photographer, but if you can see, that's a whole ice cream freezer right there. Do you see that? Those are healthy ice creams. Healthy ice creams. Did you guys know those existed? Okay, we also have a snacks aisle, and there's a whole bunch of what I call healthy junk food there. So if there's, we did a radio show once, and it was like Super Bowl Sunday, and the day before, we're like, come on down, get your healthy snacks. And finally, they just said, just call it healthy junk food. And the radio show hosts are like, yeah, this is totally healthy junk food. They're like, isn't that what they call an oxymoron, meaning it doesn't even exist? How can you have healthy junk food? Well, come and look at the ingredients, and you'll see. There's great tasting things that you can snack on that are actually healthy, that have all the good nutrition in them. So there's many different things. What do you see on there that's interesting? Do you see healthier drinks and sodas? Would that be appeasing? Okay. Healthier candies and treats. A lot of people came in during Halloween time. Honey treats instead of, high sugar stuff. Okay. Wow, this is trying to move me along. Okay, there we go. I guess I'll take its advice. We'll go fast here. Okay, so supplements. It's important if you want to make sure, this is called the insurance way of doing it. If you want to make sure that you have enough nutrition in a day, start with a daily vitamin and a daily mineral, and greens, protein, essential fatty acids, and probiotics. That's not too much, right? You guys got all that? You got the whole list? Okay, we'll take them one at a time. I'll talk to you about them. So supplements in general, they maintain balance. Your body feels satisfied when it has enough what? Nutrition. And if you don't get the right nutrition, you may experience what? Hunger. You guys ever feel that? Your stomach's full, you just ate a Thanksgiving meal, and you're still hungry for something? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's because it's almost like a game show. Like, you just ate a whole meal. Congratulations, but you ate the wrong thing. And the body's still hungry, and the body's like, I don't want all that sugar. I wanted greens. I wanted calcium. I wanted healthy fats. So a lot of times your cravings are actually associated with what you need. So if you're craving French fries, what do you think you actually want? batteries that he just changed out went acid. You guys seeing a similarity here with energy and health? Yeah. Can you still hear this? Okay, excellent. We have alkalinity. Alkalinity is where your power is generated. Okay, so you need enough nutrition as well. Hunger cravings or dis-ease or pain, you can feel those things until you actually consume what you need. Salt cravings, sometimes you just need a natural iodine. Fat cravings, sometimes you just need healthy fats. What are some other cravings? Sweets? Do you know what's funny? Especially when I was working with my pregnant clients who were trying to get their nutrition up. It's so funny that every time their bodies needed calcium, their blood levels were showing that they needed more calcium or minerals, they're craving sweets. Sweets take the calcium out. Why do you think they're craving sweets when they actually need the opposite? A lot of the plants in their whole food form, like molasses, they have a lot of minerals in them, don't they? It's almost like your genetics know that some of the sweet things that are out there are chock full of these natural minerals, unless you take them out and you process it down to white sugar. You guys starting to see a pattern here in health? Okay. All right, so multivitamins, multi-minerals. It's really important to take those just to have the insurance that all of your body processes have the right kind of vitamins. Anybody ever had a vitamin deficiency?
I didn't know about it.
Okay. You ever heard of scurvy with the Navy? Scurvy is vitamin C deficiency. If you don't have enough of that, you're going to get scurvy, right? You don't have enough of other vitamins or minerals. B vitamins, your energy isn't charged as much. If you don't have enough vitamin D, your bones don't bring in the calcium and the things like that. And your essential fatty acids don't go out to the body if you don't have vitamin D. There's a lot of things that happen. So it's really important to have a daily. How many of you take a daily? Like vitamin? Awesome. So see, you're caring for your body. That's good. And when you do the vitamin, don't forget the minerals. How many of us feel like aches, pains, things like that, that might be kind of like this battery acid feeling going through the body? You ever felt that? Just this ick? Or too much acid in the stomach? Okay, minerals. You need more minerals than you think, but you don't want to get too many either. So it's really important to take a daily and just to have that balance. And there's plenty of supplements out there. Make sure they're pure. Make sure they're not made from road material. There are some that are. And make sure that they're not ground down from the rocks and they're just put into a pill for you. Because is that going to fly? Yeah. Okay, make sure that they're pure. Protein. How much protein do you guys need in a day? Your body needs protein to feed the building blocks of DNA. It provides the amino acids needed for a brain function. Do you guys know what amino acids are? It's kind of like when you have Legos and you have all the different colors and you're plugging them into a big long line, and each one of them is a different building block to then make the big creation you're making. Well, the big creation is protein, and the little building blocks are amino acids. So I have a gift for you here. They are protein samples. I'm going to toss them to you here. Okay, that might work better. Go ahead and hand those out. So this just happens to be one of them, where on the back of it, you can see the amino acid profile. I just want you to look at that. It has all the different alanine, arginine, aspartic acid, etc., and glutamic acid all the way down to valine. Those are all building blocks or amino acids. So your brain uses it for energy and a lot of other things. And as a rule of thumb, you take 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body weight. What does lean body weight mean? you guys are going to do a challenge here really soon, right? Are you going to do a body fat test? Are you going to do a weight measurement? Is that how it goes? Okay, you can actually go online and figure out your lean. Actually, the best way to do it is we have free body fat testing in the store. So we're just down in Riverdale. You could walk in, get your free body fat testing, and whatever that body fat percentage is, you take your weight minus that percentage. So if you have 20% body fat, for instance, and you're 100 pounds, then that would be how much lean body weight? This is more for child size, okay? I realize that, but I'm doing it for ease of math. So a child that's 100 pounds and 20% body fat would be 80% lean, right? Or 80 pounds is lean. And so for every pound of lean body weight, you're taking about 1 gram. How many grams is that a day for that child? This is like a teenage child. 80. Okay, so you guys get the math on that? 1 gram is very, very helpful. Okay. All right, essential fatty acids. There's tons out there. I told you about coconuts. What else do we have? Do we have any lists of things here? We don't. Yes, we do. Fish oil, flax. Do you see where I'm at? So healthy fats like essential fatty acids or EFAs are found in fish oil, flax, chia seeds, and other sources. They can help nourish your entire body and help increase your fat burning. Did you guys hear that? Healthy fat helps you burn stored fat. Does that make sense? The right kind of fat replaces the wrong kind of fat in the body, as long as your calories are within range, right? And then you have a healthier, lean body mass, and it helps your brain. Your brain needs a lot of EFAs to run on. And it'll also help satisfy those French fry cravings, right? Those fat cravings. And so how much do you need? 1,000 milligrams or more.
Great starting point.
Is a great starting point. And then if you want to do more, then there's therapeutic amounts or there's bodybuilding amounts. Bodybuilders take a lot more. So lots of energy is a result of having the right amount of EFAs in your cell. If you take them with acetyl L-carnitine, that's a bodybuilding trick, then it helps you to turn that fat into energy. Okay, probiotics. So how important is your digestive health? Pretty important. How do you feel when you have that acid reflux? You're like, forget this water, I'm going to go drink that soda. I don't have acid reflux when I drink that soda, right? So your body is telling you, like,
Water in my coffee. So it is there, right?
So if you're not drinking any actual straight up water in a day, it's like not taking a shower. How does that feel on the outside? Okay, that's how the body feels on the inside when you're not cleaning it out. Probiotics actually help to clean out the digestive system. They actually make B vitamins for you, so your energy goes up when you have the right amount of probiotics. And it's also your first line of defense. Your immune system goes way high when you have enough of your probiotics going on and the rest of your body systems are working well. So it also keeps a bad yeast in check. You guys ever heard of Candida? Candida cleanses, things like that. It's kind of a buzzword in the health industry right now. It's a bad yeast where if you're eating too much sugar or alcohol, beer is one of the worst ones that makes Candida grow really, really rapidly. You'll probably want to do a whole lot of probiotics to counteract that. There's also yeast killers, like there's yeast-killing enzymes if you want to do yeast cleanses and things like that to balance out the digestive system alongside your probiotics. Do you know what else it does? Those EFAs we just talked about and these probiotics help reduce inflammation. And how many people have allergies? Okay. Probiotics. It's one of the first places that you go to if you're just trying to do preventative supplementing. So we have programs and supplements for you at Good Earth Natural Foods. There's a wellness department. You walk in, there's wellness consultants. We're staffed from open to close. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because it is a community service that we have to staff these people. You don't pay them to go in and talk to them. We are passionate to serve you, to help you. And as a community service, we are there to answer questions and to personally help you with whatever program or end result that you want. It is free. All you do is walk in and ask for help, and we're there to help you. If you need help with specific programs and supplements for your needs, you can not only just walk in, you can also email me as a resource, and I'll do research and send you specific information on programs. I even know diets like crazy, all the different diets that are out there, or other wellness programs. Those who are looking to be healthier with their diabetes or heart disease or other things, I can send you lots of information. That's part of my job. And so you'll have my contact information through Mariana. And then the last thing I want to tell you about is exercise. All right, how many of you are runners? No? How many of you like aerobics? How many of you have seen the 7-minute workout online that you can do? No? Are we not exercisers here? Okay, let me show you how easy this is. So I was asking Mariana if this is sturdy earlier. You can just start doing push-ups right here, right? Yeah, it's okay. You're right in the middle of work. You're in the courthouse. Hey, boss, how's it going? Yeah, let's do our meeting. Let's do some push-ups while we do our meeting, right? Let's do some squats. How about if we just have an exercising party while we do our work, right? You can do that, right? Or you could go on a break. A lot of times you guys think I'm totally crazy now. I already know it. Sometimes when I just have something that's heavy around, I'm really excited. Like when I went grocery shopping, all those heavy grocery bags, I'm just lifting them just to keep my muscles up. Because I know in my busy life, I don't have time for the gym as much as I want to. And there's a lot of different exercises you can do with your body with just a little bit of weight, or you can stretch during the day. There's tons of things. And you could be weird about it, or you could just do some little things here and there. And I think the rest of you, would we all do this in the box Elder County together so that it's not weird? The other thing is while you're in the car, you guys are going to think I'm the funniest person ever. When I'm sitting there in a car and my legs are losing circulation, I do the butt squeeze. Okay, so you're just doing the butt squeeze. It's okay while you're driving and somebody is next to you and your body's going up and down because you're butt squeezing. You're just trying to get some circulation in there. How many times have you guys been in the car for just way too long, start getting numb? That's all you have to do. So this is called the venous pump. The venous pump is simply a mechanical system. So there's electrical systems, right? There's mechanical pumps, right? There's your heart that's pumping blood out. But then to return the blood back to your body, I want everybody to take your arms and just start going like this. Pump. This is your venous pump. You, as you're moving this mechanical part of your arm, you are actually, now do it with your legs. Just kind of kick that leg out. Get each one of your legs. As you are pumping that leg, you are literally squeezing that muscle, which is squeezing. She's embarrassed. I'm sorry. Okay, you're squeezing those muscles, and it is pumping blood back to your heart. Your body's made to move. Every muscle in the body is supposed to be moved to pump stuff back. So get moving. Get moving as much as you can. If you can't do it before or after work, find time to do it. I know you guys have stairs. I actually got a little morning workout here this morning by just going up and down the stairs a couple times, just to get a little blood pumping, get my circulation going. Energy will go up, blood flow, oxygen. Just try it. Like if you don't move very much, move, and all of the balance systems of the body, it'll start flowing the way that you need it to, just by doing that. All right. Do you understand the Venus pump? Okay. Benefits of exercise, what are they? We're near the end, you guys. Give me some. Yes. Calories, strengthens muscles, cleans up the bloodstream, detoxifies the body. He's got this. Perspiration, circulation, increases your thirst so you'll drink more. How many of you are already? I saw some people taking more sips. What was it though? Was it water?
She was drinking Crystal Light.
Okay. Okay, so increase your thirst. What about, do you think more positive when you exercise? Yeah, what is that? Have you guys seen that movie? What is it? Oh my goodness, Legally Blonde. Has anybody seen that movie? She gets up there, she's this lawyer, and she's trying to make a case, and she goes, I don't think she killed that girl. I don't think she killed the victim. And they're like, well, why? Because she's an exercise, guru. She exercises every day. People who exercise are happy. Happy people just don't kill people, right? That's like one of my favorite quotes from Legally Blonde. And she's onto something there. She was right. The suspect was not the one who actually killed the victim. And maybe it's a little over the top to think that just, people who exercise are so happy that they would never kill somebody. But let's go with that, right? When you exercise, it really helps you to be happier. You feel better. Am I right? Will you do it? How many of you will move more today? Okay, so when someone's squeezing their butt cheeks next to you, you're going to laugh at them? Just laugh together. It's like, oh yeah, I'm so laughing. Okay, so it also promotes better sleep. If you don't go high enough in the day, sometimes you don't go low enough. Does that make sense? Okay, little tidbit there. Consult a doctor, right? We got to say that. Go find your favorite exercise. What's you guys' favorite exercise, really quick?
Favorite basketball.
Basketball. Mine's volleyball.
Love volleyball too.
You like volleyball? We should play sometime. I just live in Saratoga Springs. You want to come out there?
That is not close.
That's not close. All right. What do you like to do?
We do a lot of running, walking on different stuff.
Yeah. So walking. So you like machines? Machines are great. What do you like to do?
I don't.
Okay. Hey, do you like to just?
Exercise.
What about going out for a walk and seeing the view? Okay. So you like some form of exercise.
Yeah, but it's necessary.
So the other thing about getting outside is the oxygen is more concentrated and it clears your mind. So actually your favorite kind of exercise, even if you won't admit it, is one of the best kinds for clearing the mind. Does that make sense? You like peace. Yeah. Okay. Then you've chosen the right one. How about you? Zumba. Oh, yeah. Zumba's awesome. I used to do like Latin aerobics. All the dance moves and stuff. How about you?
Weights.
You like weights. Yeah. You're packed there. You do those a lot, don't you? Yeah. Most of them are humble when they're pretty, good at going to the gym. You're doing a great job. I bet you do protein too, right?
Not like I used to, but yeah.
Okay. We've got tons of sports nutrition stuff to help there at Good Earth, just so you know. Lots of things are awesome to help you. Okay, so now if we've exercised, we've gone high enough, we can go low enough to what? And when's the best time to sleep?
Early.
Early. Why?
Because early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise.
He's got it. This guy is on fire, man. You sound like Benjamin Franklin. Okay. So here's the deal. I don't know if it's true or not, but I did hear that every hour before midnight is almost like getting twice the sleep. So you go to bed at 8. That's really early, right? You guys go to bed at 8 o'clock? Okay. How about 9 o'clock? 10 o'clock?
Try 2 by 10.
Okay. So 10 o'clock to midnight, if you're getting double the hours, how many hours is that equivalent to? Not 2 hours, but you're doubling your rest. So it's like getting 4 hours of sleep during those hours. Then you continue to sleep, and anything after midnight is just worth what it is, so 1. There's something about that. Let me tell you why, and that's because we have a meridian clock. Okay, again, we're near the end here. Meridian clock. At about 7 a.m., starts your stomach repair time. Okay, this is your repair mode. Your body is actually on a clock system, and it will go to those organs during these times of the day and focus on that area and give it all the love that it can during that time. And then it goes on to the next time. So stomach, spleen, heart, small intestines, bladder. You get the gist here. What time are we at? It's 10 something. So what's preparing right now? What's that? Spleen, yes. And then we're moving into, at 11 o'clock, the heart, exactly. So it's spleen time. Celebrate, you guys. Your spleen is getting better as we speak. This is one of the reasons why. I want you to notice the triple burner. What time does that start? About 9. Do you know that if you're having energy issues, if you go to bed and you're resting during that time, your energy systems will actually repair more? How many have thyroid issues, adrenal issues, energy issues in general? Go to bed a little earlier. 9 o'clock is your repair time. Are you catching on to this? Okay. All right. So here's your challenge. Why don't you guys say these for me? Be positive, be hydrated, charged with electrolytes, alkaline with your greens, your vegetables, your clean diet. Be clean. What cleans you on the inside? Water. Okay, be oxygenated. Be well nourished. Okay, what are you going to eat to be well nourished? Greens. I thought you were going to say French fries. You graduated this course today. High fives in the air. I'm really proud of you, actually. Okay, be active and be rested. Okay. Congratulations. You have finished. You know exactly how to be healthy. So go and do. And I challenge you to take any one of these on. How many of you will take one of those today and work on it? Okay, who's doing the butt cheek thing? All right. Go for it. And everybody else, I challenge you to encourage him. Thank you. And we have some more samples from Good Earth up here. Have a great day.